So today's stream's gonna start off a little different. I'm going to just kind of talk about something that happened a little bit ago, a while ago, a little over a month ago. And I've just over time noticed there's a lot of other people who've experienced the same thing as me, and it's really shitty. The shittiest part about this situation is Bethesda staff themselves not actually properly handling these situations, right? What I'm talking about is wrongful bans. So I played Fallout 76 from the time it released on console up until I rebuilt my new PC. Then I stopped playing and went to other games for quite a while. In that time period, the whole Bethesda net launcher shutdown happened and everything transferred over to Steam. Got our free copy on Steam for having it on Bethesda net, this, that, and the third. And then the pit released. Now, when the pit released, I finally decided, hey, it's a good time to get back into this game. That was a really good DLC for Fallout 3. This could be a really fun time. I got proven wrong really quick. And Bethesda, without PC checking, without any real communication, decided to just say fuck me. And all of my work, all of the money that I'd spent on atoms, packs, whatever, you know, everything, time, money was all just gone. Because honestly, I don't even know why at this point. They claim I was cheating, and everything that I'm finding from other people, simple as programs running in the background can cause you to get flagged for cheating in Fallout. And by simple as programs, I mean things such as like Discord, OBS, stuff like that. What I'm assuming did it for me is something called Dixper, which allows people to mess with my game while I stream in the sense of blocking a key control, making my camera look a certain direction, making me fire my gun repeatedly, all that kind of stuff. It's a way for viewers to interact with me. It's awesome as hell. And I'm assuming they took that as a cheat software. And they didn't want to take any other explanation. They didn't want to let me try to explain. They didn't want to try to actually help me. None of that. And it's really, really fucking shitty. Let me get rid of that. All right. So, first off, what I want to start by showing is something that I feel is like very key, that there's no way they did any type of checking. So let's go ahead, get that gone, get rid of that, get rid of this. So I went ahead and showed activity all the way back to October 20th, 2020. Okay. I wasn't playing Fallout 76 on Steam back then. Wasn't even playing it in 2021. Still not playing it. Beginning of 2022. Still not playing it. Here we are, closing in towards now. I finally started playing it. Now, with the whole account being bound to like my Xbox and all that, I had a couple characters from my Xbox that I was able to bring over to PC, which was nice. turn around, complete the first 2 achievements of the game. Then complete this one. And then as you see, I immediately submit a negative review with 11.5 hours played. They only allowed me to play not even 12 hours of the pit. I didn't even get to play the pit because I didn't take one of my other characters and use it. No, instead I created a whole new character. Was barely getting finished with the tutorial. And somehow I was cheating. Bethesda's answers are beyond pathetic and automated. This right here is the biggest kick in the face they could ever give anybody. Please be aware that because of the actions on this account, it is no longer eligible to return to the Fallout 76 service. We will, however, allow a new account to be created should you decide to rejoin the Fallout 76 community. So basically what they're saying here is we don't care if you were actually cheating or not. Go ahead and go buy a new account, but this one's gone. Have fun. So you want me to take and buy a new account. Granted, I've got a free copy of it on another account. I could easily load it back up and start playing now, okay? And I wouldn't technically be losing much in the sense of I just started a new character. But here's the thing. It's an account ban. It's not just a platform ban. So I can't even load up the Xbox version of Fallout 76 to play it. That means every penny I spent, all the time that I spent, is just gone. Because they assume and don't actually care. They wonder why their game is dying. It's because they're killing it. And then, let me go ahead, recover this for a second to hide personal info. I sent them this picture. .9 hours in the past 2 weeks at the time that they banned me. Why would I play such a little amount of time in 2 weeks and cheat? And their final answer to me is telling me after a thorough review of my account, it has been determined that the account did in fact violate our code of conduct. We regret to inform you that your appeal for an account ban reversal is denied due to the evidence within our system for attaching a third-party cheat program cheat engine to the Fallout 76 game client. Due to the extent and scale of this violation, it's been decided that the ban on this account will remain in place and all services related to this account shall remain deactivated permanently. This decision was not made lightly and is final. Well, here's the thing about that. I'm willing to bet the decision was made very lightly. Because where's your proof? You have no proof that I actually used any sort of cheat engine. They did no PC check. I mean, obviously now it's been so long, it wouldn't matter to anybody if I showed shit on my PC, but it can't find shit on my PC related to cheating. Like I explained to them in one of my responses, I do streaming, I do content creation. Cheating would only ruin that. What the fuck's the point? And why would I cheat in a game that I've supported not only since the launch of 76, but I've bought every Fallout multiple times. Like in the sense of every Fallout that came out on 360, I bought it. Played every single one. I now own every Fallout for PC. But the sad part about it is, I won't play any of them again. Bethesda's wrongful ban of my account has made it honestly to where I don't want to play another Bethesda game. It just, what's the point? Am I gonna go play another one of their games that I sink hundreds of hours into and potentially sink some money into just to be wrongfully banned? And I did a little bit of searching up before even making this video, just to see, like, if I could find other people. Now, this one personally is my favorite. Okay. This guy talks about being banned for cheating, and then goes to talk about, and I get it, it's Reddit, okay, so you gotta take everything everybody says with a grain of salt. But when I read this part, I'm sure most people can agree you're not gonna do this and then cheat on the same account. No cheater does this shit, right? 9 months of Fallout first, 9 times purchasing the 500 atom pack, and 8 times purchasing the 1,000 atoms pack with 100 extra. Cheating makes absolutely no sense. He provided Bethesda proof of these purchases as well as a screenshot of his task manager while the game is running, as they said he used a third-party program to cheat, just like they said I did. And he shows that the only program he uses is MSI Afterburner with RTSS to display his temperatures and FPS while gaming. Now here's the next part that makes me go, why the fuck would this guy be cheating? With that said, I'm a massive role player who genuinely cares absolutely nothing about damage, armor, or weapon stats. Instead, I spend my time in Appalachia building, exploring, taking photos, and making an overall friendlier place. I even keep a journal of my character with drawings inside and showed some of these drawings as proof of my dedication to Fallout. That sounds like somebody that's probably not cheating, especially when they are showing legit, like they have legit as journal entries based on their character. What fucking cheater is going to put that kind of time and dedication into a game? None. And this isn't even the only one. I read quite a few. I didn't want to just go off one person to have extra, proof that Bethesda is on some straight stupid shit right now. So, here's another one of a player who has played the game as long as me. This, I'm gonna read this whole thing simply because it is something, right? So this guy goes on to talk about how this game has put me through an emotional blender this week. As a veteran player who has been participating in this game since official launch back in 2018, I just have a bit of advice for any current and long-time players. I know this may seem like a long read, and I apologize for that, but I think this is something new and old players alike need to see, and I completely agree with this man. Long story short, try not to get attached to your characters in your account. Why, you might ask? Well, for me at least, I was hit with the notice of my account that is well over 6,800 plus hours on the clock is now permanently deactivated. I give a word of warning to anyone who runs any background or quote-unquote third-party type program on their system that anything from a different game launcher like Epic or Origin, Corsair ICU, Discord, NVIDIA GeForce Experience, or even EVGA Precision, to name a few. So just with those softwares, those types of things, like I said earlier, even fucking Discord, there's a chance that these programs can cause interruptions with your game files and then lead the collected data on Bethesda's backend to flag your account on a TOS violation and thus lead to a ban. To put more clarity in their words, showing evidence within our system for injecting third-party applications in the game client. Which I'm going to pause right there. That's what leads me to believe Dixper is what got me banned. Because it, quote-unquote, modifies, alters the game client to allow people to play their skill cards and mess with my game. Is it cheating? No. There's no way it's cheating because they can't benefit me in any way. They can only screw me over, you know? They can mess me up. They can cause it to where I get killed by something. They can cause it to where if I'm playing a game that I have to be stealthful on, that I get busted, you know? Of course, they can't disclose what triggered it, but my educated guess is that it was one of these programs, as in the past I've read and heard of other players having similar experiences. This is something I've been dealing with and trying to rectify all week. I've always run this game 100% vanilla since day one. I don't care for mods or anything of the sort. I don't know how or where it even began as far as modify game files. Welcome, Phase. Thanks for the alert, bud. It's just been a really, really sad week that my account has almost had every item from the Atomic Shop, had complete every season up until recently, had collected every possible plan one could know in the game, had one of every rare and uncommon outfit you could get, and had completed every lifetime challenge and collection aside from hitting that 7,600 hour playtime goal. All of my wonderful camps are gone, and only some videos and photos remain. It's all gone now, and I feel like a large chunk of my heart and soul are gone as well. If I had any way of knowing that something that most people have running on their computer would lead to this, then I would have done everything in my power to have made sure I didn't end up with this bad outcome. I'm still going to play this game though, and this is the difference between me and him. I have an alternate account as well, but I'm not playing the game. I'm still going to play this game though, as I had/have an alternate account that was just sitting on the sidelines. So it's literally square one for me. However, this time I won't be subscribing to First or putting any more money into this game than I have over the past several years. I can't. I can't risk the same amount of time and effort in case this happens again. Also, my heart and feeling towards this games have changed since this occurred. And I agree there. Like, I don't feel the same about Bethesda. I don't feel the same about their games. I don't want to play their games. I've uninstalled every Bethesda game I own. And I want to agree with him with this part. This would be the only thing that would make me play. But it hasn't been enough to make me play yet. What keeps me around is the community. It's one of the best I've ever been a part of, and I love the interactions and dumb things friends and strangers get up to. I also still have a lot of friends who play this game, and I don't want to abandon them over something out of my control. This is where me and him differ. I still have hopes that Bethesda fixes this issue so that it doesn't happen to any other legit players. I also hope that maybe someone on the support team or the community devs read this and perhaps try to help. I've done all the proper tickets, and at the end of the day, the decision they have come to is the one they are sticking to, and there's nothing I can do in my power to change that. So yeah, that's my words to you all. I hope to see you guys in game with my new character, where perhaps some good memories will make this whole thing seem a little less upsetting, or a little less unjust. Which, I mean, good for him. I'm glad he's going back to the game, but I just can't do it. Now here's why I wanted to bring this one up. This man has edited this post 7 times. Edit 1. Just want to say thank you to everyone who is/has taken time to respond and try to give advice of sharing experiences similar to mine. I still have hope, and I'm still working on trying to get my account back. I will try to keep you all updated if there is any progression on my case. Edit 2. A player suggested scanning with Malwarebytes to see if there's any sus things happening, and the report came back as clear with 0 issues. I've always had Norton running, so I'm not surprised that I have nothing evil lurking in the shadows of my computer, but it's good to check regardless. Edit 3. Community Manager Lady Devon has reached out, and I've passed on whatever info I have to her, so now I just have to be patient and see what happens over the next few days. So that's awesome. He actually had a community manager reach out to him. I have not had that same courtesy. In the meantime, I submitted another appeal ticket. It was just flagged as a duplicate and closed without even an automated response. Great. As of September 22nd, I have my latest ticket, number 7, currently under review. As of September 31st, I'm assuming is what he meant, current ticket number 7 had its status switched from under review to ongoing investigation. Interesting. As of October 1st, still sending tickets in. The last three didn't even get a response, just flagged as duplicates. No one has actually talked to me. Either I get a ticket flagged as a duplicate or a generic automated response, and I'm still waiting on our community manager to respond to my last message, but it probably got filtered out. As of October 16th, the last update that we were given on this man's case, I've sent in about 6 tickets trying to reach out to tech support to try and get some insight to the program that have caused this. Tickets still getting flagged as duplicates, and no one has actually formally reached out to answer my questions. And I'm getting completely ignored at this point. That's 17 tickets with generic responses or just flagged as duplicates with no response at all. Still no answer from Lady Devon when I initially reached out on September 19th. Also, no response from my September 28th message to her. Going to give it a go still for a few more weeks, and then you may see another thread pop up regarding more details on the horrid customer service. That's the last thing I have pulled up for this because I'm trying not to talk about it for too long, but that is one thing I do definitely want to agree with. They have horrid customer service. Bethesda, you really need to get your shit together. You're killing your games. It's not even just Fallout. I guarantee there's plenty of other of your live services right now that you're just slaughtering with your stupidity. The only thing I can think of is you guys have a staff team of people that are bored and just randomly hit the ban button and then don't give a fuck to try to help somebody get their account back that was wrongfully banned. If I was cheating, I wouldn't be making content. I wouldn't be making such a fuss about this. That all being said, the only way I'll ever play a Bethesda game again is if I get my time and money back. And the only way that's going to happen is if they unban my wrongfully banned account. It's honestly pathetic that I didn't get to play the new content I wanted to play. It's pathetic that they're sitting here banning players for no reason. And it's pathetic that it really seems like they're just using it as a money grab to sell more copies of Fallout 76. I know it's a bold ass statement, but I'm going to make it. Bethesda really seems like they are just banning players to force them to buy other copies of the game to increase their sales. That is all it seems like at this point. 4 years into the game's life, all they want to do is increase the sales. And it's pathetic as fuck. I'm going to stop talking about this here. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens over to our BRB screen and get games set up and get back to the normal scheduled program of streaming here. Sorry for those of you who popped in and weren't expecting a little rant about Bethesda, but I figured I'd start today off like this. That way I can go ahead and get this video made. Makes things a little bit easier. That being said, thanks for listening to my rant. Not ending, just putting up a BRB screen and getting gaming going.